Owen, what would you do if I gave you $1 million today?
I would invest it in multiple different stocks, multiple different businesses, probably something to do with AI.
Okay.
Anything growing, honestly.
So let me reframe the question in a slightly different way. What if I gave you $1 million and I said to you, I want you to use this, but I want you to know that it's mine. My expectation is that you're gonna make this grow. How does that change your answer?
With those higher stakes, I wouldn't buy anything for myself.
Okay.
I would just invest it and I would let it grow so that it benefits both of us, and especially you, so that I can pay you back.
Right. So that, in a nutshell, is the parable of the talents. It's one of the last parables that Jesus taught on. And Charlie Kirk had an incredible thing to say about that. Let's listen into what he said, and then I've got a couple of comments afterwards.
The parable of the talents is one of the strongest lessons towards modern economy and entrepreneurs. So Jesus says, look, there's 3 people, okay? And they're all given a certain distribution. And in the parable of the talents, one of the people hides their money, another person modestly multiplies, and another person tremendously multiplies that money. For the person that hid their talent, now a talent can actually be applicable to your actual talents or money, who did nothing with it, who hid it under a rock, received condemnation in the parable. Every single one of you has a God-given skill. Every single one of you. What do people compliment you on? That is different. And so in the parable of the talents, Christ wants you to identify what God has given you and to take it and make more of it.
Sometimes people can do corrupt things with money, but at the heart of what we are called to do is to create and to go out and put ourselves out there. I think the thing that has always been sobering to me about the parable of the talents is that God admonishes the one who is fearful. I can relate to the fear of, if you've entrusted this to me, I don't want to screw it up. You need to cause things to grow and say, like, how do I make this better? How do I cause it to grow in a way that the people around me flourish? The 2 that actually went and grew what was given to them were the ones that took risk, because people that are trustworthy are able to handle more in God's eyes.
Absolutely.
Right?